Hey everybody, it's me. I'm reacting to a video play at 1.5 times speed or 2.0 times speed, by the way. Sorry, been a while since I've done my intro. But it's not really a reaction per se. It's more of a I could give you the reason, but in a nicer way. Although it's not nice to most game companies out there, because they're gonna hate me saying this if they find out that I said this, but at the same time, it's truth, and I'd rather not say lies or anything just to make people feel better. Now, my buddy Asmon is reacting to this video. I'm not gonna react to it because I can already kind of tell what he's gonna say, and he's gonna say, for the most part, what I'm saying, just in a much more diverse and more intellectual way. Because he's been around a lot more than myself. As far as games go. But modern gamers reject modern games for the old games. Developers need to learn to build fan base again. That's the title of the video that Asmon is reacting to. I'm gonna say yes, they need to learn to build fan base again, because fan base or player base are the main way that people are going to be interested in your game. The amount of marketing you do doesn't really, it matters, but what keeps the game going is not the crazy amount of marketing you do, it's the crazy player base that does. And when it comes to a game, let's say, for instance, Genshin Impact, they could market the crap out of that game, and which they did, by the way, and they got an outstanding amount of people to initially try their game. And uh, that caters to how many people continue to talk about the game, continue to play about the game, continue to bring other people into the game. Because, like it or not, game companies need people to express to other people, hey, I like this game, I think you should try it. And so that's what's keeping a game going for the long run. And that's, and like, you have the newer games, but you have the older games that have built more of a fan base over time for what they do, and they have kept up with that line or IP. Take into consideration Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy didn't really change until much later when it became more of an ARPG, but it still hasn't fully changed because it's stayed in its JRPG form for I don't know how many years. And that's what's going to keep Final Fantasy alive as long as they keep doing something like that, because it's basically what the company promised to do for the fan base, for the player base, to deliver this type of content. And so that's where older games, people go back to a lot more because they know what they're getting. They are getting that same content that they were promised years ago. And younger people are introduced to those older games because the older people rave or talk about it, rave about it so much that it carries over to the younger people, a younger audience, which keeps the games going. But you need the games nowadays to build uh, a fan base for their games again, because they'll keep the games going for a long time. It'll keep the games relevant for a extremely long time. And you do not see that nowadays at all. And the bottom line I'm trying to get here is Asmon's most likely going to say it in more a more intellectual way, which is fine by me. I don't mind, but and he can be blunt from what I've seen in his videos, so he knows exactly what he's saying, and for the most part, I know what he's saying, or possibly going to say. But the bottom line is, old games don't suck, and newer games need to realize that it's not just the marketing, it's not just the game itself that does it. It's the game and the fan base, player base, whichever, both. And if you don't have both of those, you're screwed. Your game sucks. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Asmond is going to say, or something along those lines. And I'm hoping I'm not wrong, but I'm sure he's going about it in an intellectual way that's going to point out more of the obvious facts about what the older games have where the newer games do not. And that's just pretty much how I look at it. So, anyway, I will see you guys later, and I'll talk to you all next one. God bless.